Okay, we are here to play the hard one from yesterday. So, July 11th, a Saturday, where I didn't post the day off, but I'm playing this on Sunday and I want to have it solved to have on my record and to also show you guys in case you were left with any doubts, questions, any hardships with the mechanics, then we can solve this together. For today, if you're new here, Clues by Sam is a daily puzzle, which means there is a different one each day and it ranges in difficulty from easy to sometimes evil. So we have harder ones on the weekend and I am here to solve along with you and explain the logic as I go. You can play the previous puzzles like from the start of the week. They are right there on the daily page. You can just scroll down for each day right below the puzzle and play them following each other all at the same time if you want to. So let's start today's. Can I reset this? We start today's with Eric telling us that exactly 2 of the 3 criminals below Carl are Rose's neighbors. So Rose is below Carl and she has 2 people neighboring her who are also below Carl. 2 of those have to be criminals, so that means both. And there's 3 criminals below Carl. So there's 2 more people who are not yet revealed below Carl. One of them is gonna be the last criminal. And we don't need Eric's clue anymore because we have tagged Hazel and Rose here. Lena says that exactly 1 cook has an innocent directly to the left of them, so where are all the cooks? There's 2 cooks, Igor and Shania. Oh, I'm gonna be right back.
Shania.
So we have Igor and Shania, and one of them has an innocent to their left. Well, that one is Igor because the person to their left is already revealed. Eric is an innocent, so that makes Shania have a criminal, Rose, to her left, and Rose was opposite with Hazel, so now we know that Hazel is an innocent. Each of them gives us a new clue, so first of all, we don't need the cook's clue anymore. Hazel says that exactly 2 of the 3 criminals in column B are Kirsty's neighbor. Kirsty? I'll be right back.
Kirsty.
Kirsty. I'm usually good with kind of knowing how to say names, but if I'm not sure, I'd rather look it up. And if I'm still saying it wrong after I'm looking it up, it's all okay to correct me in the comments. I love learning new things. If it's a name from your nationality and you're more familiar with it, just correct me in the comments, please. So Kirsty has has 2 criminals in column B neighboring them. And Kirsty is in column B, so both of the criminals neighboring them are here, Igor and Kita. Did we know something about row 2? There are exactly 2 instances in row 3. No, we knew something about row 3 from Xavi. Rose is now telling us that only 1 cook has an instant directly above them. So from the 2 cooks, we have opposites above them, Madonna and Bonnie. And Kita says that Tom is one of her 3 instant neighbors. So Tom is an instant and Kita has 2 more. Igor says that exactly 2 instances below David are neighboring Rose. So below David, there's 3 people neighboring Rose, 2 of which are gonna be innocents. So what do I know now? We know there's 2 instances in row 3. And Kita has 3 instant neighbors. Can both John and Kirsty be innocents and make Madonna a criminal? Which would also make Shania and Zoe both innocents. Because David has 2 innocent neighboring rows below him. That would make Bonnie an innocent because of Madonna. And nothing is broken from that. I don't need Rose's School because Bonnie and Madonna are tagged. 2 instances in row 3, that works. Pam and Will don't matter. So what's breaking here? Ah. What's breaking here? Ah, I dismissed Hazel School. That's telling us that there's 3 criminals in column B, so I shouldn't have dismissed Hazel School because it tells us a total for a column, not only for a person. And that column is column B. So it's very important to know that. Why? Because if we make Kirsty a criminal, first of all, if we make Kirsty a criminal, because Kirsty is in row 3, then all of the other people in row 3 would have to be innocents because we know from Xavier that there's 2 innocents in row 3. And Kirsty will be the last criminal in column B, which would make Bonnie and Will both innocents. And now we have 2 cooks with innocents above them when Bonnie and Madonna are supposed to be opposites. So it doesn't work for us having Kirsty as a criminal. So that means that they have to be an innocent. And they said that there are exactly 3 innocents in the corners. Well, that doesn't help me. There's 3 corners here. Kita has only 1 more innocent neighboring her. And Bonnie and Will are opposites. Can I make Will the last innocent neighbor for Kita? If I do, then John would have to be a criminal, which would make Madonna an innocent because we need 2 innocents in row 3. And Madonna being an innocent would make Bonnie a criminal. So that works. Does the opposite work? If Will is a criminal, we would have Bonnie be an innocent because we need the second innocent in column B. And Bonnie being an innocent makes Madonna a criminal, which would make John an innocent. It does always work. What doesn't work is Pam being an innocent, because if Pam is an innocent, then both John and Will have to be criminals. I made John an innocent. John has to be a criminal. John being a criminal makes Madonna an innocent, which would make Bonnie a criminal, and now we have too many criminals in column B, so Pam couldn't be an innocent. Now Pam says that only one of the 2 criminals above Zoe is Rose's neighbor. So we know that either Shania or Madonna, the people above Zoe, the neighbor Rose, are gonna have 1 criminal among them. And we also knew that David had only 1 criminal neighboring Rose below him. And that criminal now is above Zoe, so Zoe has to be an innocent. We don't need Pam's School anymore. The tags are all over the place because I know that Bonnie and Will should be tagged, but John and Madonna should be tagged. And now Madonna is tagged with Shania, so it's a whole thing. Zoe says there are more instances in column B than column C. And we know the total for column B. We know there's 2 instances total in column B, so we couldn't have 1 more instance in column C because there's already 1. So Carl has to be a criminal here. We don't need Zoe's School anymore. Carl says there's an equal number of criminals in rows 2 and 3. There's an equal number of criminals in rows 2 and 3. We know how many are there in row 3, right? There's 2 criminals in row 3, so we need 2 in row 2. That makes Ian a criminal. And that doesn't give us a new clue. Does it give me anything? We know that Amy and David are opposites because Kirsty says there's 3 instances in the corners. Oh, I could have used the upper text for that. I don't need Carl's School anymore. Is it about innocence in a corner? I don't think it is. 2 innocents below David. Our neighboring rows. Yeah, we have a second innocent here. Can I make Madonna... If I make Madonna criminal now... That doesn't really break anything, does it? No, it doesn't. Unless I forgot something. Three criminals in column B are Kirsty's neighbors. Yeah, we know that Bonnie and Will are opposites. I'm forgetting something. If Madonna is an innocent now, that'll make Bonnie criminal, Will innocent, John criminal. That works fine. So what am I forgetting? 2 instances in row 3, I'm aware of that. I'm not forgetting that. Kita has 3 instant neighbors. I'm not forgetting that either. 2 criminals above Zoe. Oh, that was that. So I just missed another clue that I shouldn't have. Zoe has only 2 criminals above her total, and David is above her. So David couldn't be a criminal because there's Ian here, and there's either Madonna or Shania who are gonna be the second criminal. So David has to be an innocent, and since we know that there's 3 innocents in the course, is there crime on Mars? Then Amy has to be, oh. The theme is singers. Because we have Bonnie Tyler, rest in peace. We have Madonna. I don't know any of the others. Shania Twain? Oh, I'm dating myself here. Amy has to be a criminal because of the corners. And she gives us a new clue. Only one mechanic has exactly 4 criminal neighbors. Okay, so we have 3 mechanics, Rose, Xavier, and Zoe. And Zoe has 3 neighbors total, so she couldn't be the one with 4 criminal neighbors anyway. Doesn't matter what Shania is. So, Xavier could have 4 criminal neighbors if both Will and Shania were criminals. And if that happens, then Rose would not have 4 criminal neighbors, so that works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it works for every other person. Madonna. No, it doesn't work for every other person. Because now column B makes both cooks have innocents above them when we know that they have to be opposites, the people above the cooks. So it isn't Xavier who has 4 criminals neighboring them, which means that Rose has to have 4 criminals, and that is either Madonna or Shania, the last criminal for Rose, the 4th one. So Will has to be an innocent, and Will being an innocent makes Bonnie a criminal because they were opposites. Turn around, crime minds. And Bonnie being a criminal makes Madonna an innocent. Like an innocent. Shania has to be a criminal and John has to be a criminal because of Madonna. Okay, that was really good. Was John supposed to be a singer as well? That was really good. 13 minutes. Very nice. I love it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I'll leave you here again for today and see you tomorrow for more clues by Sam. Bye bye.